Kate, what are you doing scribbling
Huh?
like
What?
that?
No, just doodling.
You're not very good.
Yeah, no, I'm terrible.
Anyways,
Just thinking about that.
I think
That
we need to
man.
go to the Underdark.
Yeah, we need to find out more about Jan Jansen's box.
Exactly. At his lab.
Yeah,
Right, where's Triss?
lab.
I'll find her myself. Go back to your doodles. Where do I find
Today we are
Triss?
rolling.
Wine in the room?
Up in the suite? Yep. Just sipping and reading.
All right, Triss, Kane's on already. We gotta go to the Underdark and check out Jan's lab.
Like right now?
No, not right now. We'll sleep and have
Oh.
good food and whatnot. But then I think first thing in the morning we need to go.
Well, all right then.
Perfect. Good night.
Night, John boy.
A bone devil attacks at the behest of Whitelaw. Willie does not like Kane, sinks in his stinger-in claws. Red Kane, who lives inside, very effective against the beast. We'll put a pin in that, it's proven helpful to us at least. A doorway opens a different plane, the Rosethorn Tavern to be exact. Mariana and the barkeep greet us, hopefully here we cannot be tracked. At last, some real food and rest, and plenty to be addressed.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of PeakD&D. Last time, our heroes were enjoying some very well-earned R&R at the Rosethorn Tavern, shadily looking over your sundry flashcards. So last time, you guys managed to rest up for the first time in a good while. You had a hot bath in the morning, felt nice. And you guys are deciding. Okay, you're no passing notes in class.
Just trading spells, that's totally allowed.
Go see Principal.
Wait, you know color spray? I'll teach you cure wounds.
I'll raise
And
you.
put your
Cure
spell
wounds.
templates away.
I was having them out here in case you wanted to throw a cone of cold at us.
Oh,
Not
I
that
see.
can't
I
do
see.
that.
It was for my benefit.
Yes.
It's for your own good.
Clearly.
Welcome to PeakD&D.
Yep. Well,
You
we've
don't pay
lost
attention
the
in
track.
class.
All right. Well,
I was listening.
last time while you were paying attention in class, basically you guys had a few different plot lines teased for you. You could have chosen to go to Ethkatla in search of the money that Mariana stole from Kane and possibly confront Triss's dark backstory. That didn't seem to be a popular option. You can go to one of Jan's old laboratories somewhere in the Underdark and possibly confront Tony's dark backstory. Or
I know
you could
nothing
speak
about.
with a wizard by the name of Mordenkaden, who's an acquaintance of the bartender, and possibly go off and confront his dark past. We don't know. But I believe
Either
the
way-
intention was to at least hear the wizard out.
Either way, it's gonna be dark.
Either way, it's gonna be dark. Yeah, I just after
Any way you
after
slice it.
Mir, I wanted a break from the darkness, the personal darkness.
Yes,
that's all.
I understand.
You're not ready for that personal step in your journey. That's fine.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about your personal steps?
Absolutely not.
Okay, just making sure.
Don't worry. I'm sure everybody's dark backstory will get its day.
I
It
mean,
will.
to be fair, I only know about half of mine. I don't recall much.
So, you guys are basically have free reign of the tavern for a couple of days until your meeting. Does anybody want to do anything in particular? There's a revolving door of weirdos coming and going from the bar. The ever cordial bartender, always ready with a drink, and Mariana's hanging around a lot too.
Yeah. I was thinking we should probably catch up with Mariana and see if she knows anything else about. We could talk to her. We could, and this Sam guy, bad news bears. But like I know him somehow from the mercenary group, I think. But
Oh, he's much more than that.
But he knows Pablo too. So like maybe Pablo would have more information. I
Oh,
feel like we kind of
yeah.
grilled him about
We did.
Sam last time, right?
And the gun.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're his guns, apparently.
Pablo seems to think that both pistols belong to him.
Yes.
Yeah, these, which I think is sort of something that happens with these guns. People just want them.
Maybe.
The only two guns in existence. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Really.
This town ain't big enough for the both
For
of
the both
us.
of us. Well, then we should move. It's not a very big town at all. Okay. So last time we got all the information that Pablo has about Sam.
Yeah, just
Pretty
that he's a real, Pablo didn't seem to think very highly of him, and also seemed to think that he might be a devil.
Yeah, there was something about that. I remember.
Yes.
I mean, I can show him that contract that I have. I mean, but not that I think we need. That's gonna like,
Do anything.
Right.
yeah. We just further proof that he's a devil.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that seems to be at least a very common assumption right now.
I want to eat, I want to drink, and I want to gamble. And
No,
that is
yeah.
what I'm going to do until it's time to go. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go do those things.
Weird. You're weird, man. Lady. You're weird, lady. But I like you. I'm going to gamble too. Because last time it went so well for me.
Yeah, you definitely have a great track record with gambling.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, I have a great. I took your gold and gambled it away.
But then you
did.
won the...
Well, you won the Russian roulette.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'd
Luckily,
say right now you're
I should buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
It's actually much more remote possibility. But,
yes, for sure.
oh well. All right, so Tris, roll me some. Let's roll some gambling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many days we're going to be here and how you want to do this.
It'll be 2 days. 2 days before you have your meeting.
but- Okay.
So let's see. Why don't you give me?
We do have some money.
I mean, I have money. It's cool.
Right. Well, you have
Oh.
more money than.
Well, don't give me that until after I gamble.
All right. I'm going to hold on to them.
Just in case.
It's
So
in the hole.
you're a sort of disarming personality, baffle 'em with charm kind of gambler, right?
Correct. And like a good time. Like, you know, I'll buy drinks for the table and like I'm not really like so much cutthroat as like I just here for the fun.
Just trying to keep a good. game
More
going.
social.
Yeah, totally.
All right, go ahead and roll me a charisma.
It's a hobby,
I
not a
taken a long rest?
profession. Yeah. Just straight up charisma?
Yeah, let's do that.
Sweet.
Yummy.
6.
Alrighty. Between the drinks you keep buying to keep the tables lubricated, you just below break even on this one. So you lose 5 gold.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
However, you do make the acquaintance of several regulars.
Oh, good.
There's there's like I said, a bunch of weirdos here. One of them appears to be a very, very large man with blue scales. You're pretty sure that you gamble with somebody wearing a mayoral sash who insists on being called the mayor of Safeton. There's a kobold wearing a Jafar hat who's following the mayor dude all around. Yeah, you meet a lot of colorful characters, hear a lot of fun gossip.
Yeah.
If you want to roll a retroactive information gathering check at some point, we might allow this to serve as the basis for that.
Yeah, cool. I don't need to now. Like, I would like to make myself meet the regulars, and that's how I want to spend my
All right.
2
So
days.
between your that's what your wins and losses
Yep.
look like after a couple of days.
Great.
Anybody else have any burning questions they want to ask before we go to the wizard meeting?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I think I'm just.
What does it look like? Are there windows in
Chill.
here? Like, are we in? What's it like
There
outside?
are like stained glass windows, but it looks like they're just like a pane of glass with a brazier behind it. So it's like still indoors. So yeah, it's it doesn't really have much in the way of scenery.
Fair.
in the middle of nowhere.
I guess we'll talk to this wizard dude. See what he wants us to do.
Yes, I'm just gonna
You can-
rest.
Talk to Mariana if that's what you.
No, I've what's been sticking in Kane's head is like just this whole business with Sam, and then like this weird Red Cane thing, eating a devil or imploding a devil, and so that's sort of like I think maybe I'll spend some time like I don't know, summoning Red Cane and like just sort
Staring at him.
trying to understand what this is, like what I can do with him. I don't know if there's any like benefit to this, but like certainly not in game. But I'm just more curious, trying to understand
So you're
like
just gonna be like flexing in
what
your
happened.
the mirror
Yeah, we're
in
just
the
like
room.
we're like
What about like
we're doing this. It's like miming. I don't know.
the tiefling? What
You
if
don't
like
notice
what if any
anything-
like tieflings come in and they might know something? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll ask Pablo if he knows anyone who has some experience with devils and like or the hells, like knowledge of the hells.
Except you, my friend.
Not as many as you do, I guess.
I don't know.
The bartender is he's like, well, I mean, I've had the occasionally had cause to learn something about the devils, but I don't really make it my primary area of expertise.
Understandable.
Basically, the more you involve yourselves with them, the worse your life tends to become, as I've noticed.
Interesting. I mean, you ever seen somebody do this? Like Red Cane pops up. Like what? What is this? Like, I mean, it's just a thing I can do, and it's kind of cool.
Looks like some 5th edition subclass nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
True story.
Hey, I'm not really in the loop anymore, but
You clearly have knowledge of different things than we do.
that's a neat trick.
Yeah. Me and my shadow. We do a tap number.
Awesome.
Red Cane is willing.
Performance check.
There you go. Tonight you're gonna be
I'll
our
give you a
entertainment.
5. Perfect.
I'll give you some zither music to that.
There you
Hell yeah. Does it
Red
help
Cane
me?
does better than regular Cane.
That's a 1. All right.
He's got twinkle toes. He's doing some Bob Fosse moves.
Nice. I'm just falling all over myself. He's like, pick it up, man. You're making us look bad.
Brimstone Cane throws his jaunty hat
Cool.
down and storms off.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
we're gonna go talk to a famous wizard. Let's go. I'm gonna take a bath.
Nap.
Nop.
Alrighty. So then, a couple of days later, you guys are sitting around in a private room. There's a nice roaring hearth. A couple of drinks there with you. When a man in nondescript brown robes takes a seat at your table, pulls his hood down, revealing a rather haggard-looking black goatee and a shaven head, and gives you an appraising glance. Good evening.
You're the one with the big dungeon, right?
Well, that's fairly apt, yes. Morton Caden of Orth.
Oh wait, no, that's the other guy. The one you got to take the well down to get to it is like a big thing on the mountain. It's a thing. I don't know.
Yaga?
No, don't say that name. Yeah.
Make your bardic knowledge checks later. I have been told by an acquaintance of mine that you find yourselves searching for some manner of keys. Is that correct?
It appears that we are, yes.
Well, I won't inquire as to your business, but I will volunteer that until recently I was in possession of an artifact of power called the Silver Key of Portals. I've encountered many locked doors in my day, and without fail, this artifact had the power to open them. I understand that you have locks that need opening, and I should very much like to count the key among my possessions once again. My hope had been that we could make some sort of deal.
Now, if I may be a little forward, how is it that you lost your silver key of portals?
Through arrogance and underestimating a foe, I, until recently, have been indisposed in the company of a somewhat megalomaniacal vampire. In the course of my encounter with the beast, I unfortunately lost a great deal of my possessions, including my spell book and the silver key. I have reason to believe that the key is no longer in the vampire's possession. However, my experience has reminded me of the intemperate nature of charging into situations without adequate information.
And rest.
And rest. it
Who
turns
needs
out.
to rest?
I just didn't take a long rest. I didn't think I needed
Oh,
one.
brother, I get it.
Yeah, I've been there.
Been there.
Well, to be fair, the last time we did rest, like 8 people would die every time. So,
Valid point.
and we just woke up feeling worse.
Sounds like
True.
you came from a real shithole.
Yeah, there wasn't even magic.
Unfathomable.
Yeah. Well, we happen to know a vampire hunter if you're in the business for one.
No, thank you. I'm content with where we left matters.
All right.
But I have
You are content to be without your spell book.
the spell book has since been recovered.
Oh, good.
There is a reason I am confident that the key is not amongst the vampire's possessions.
Do you know where it is?
I have a lead on it.
Oh, a lead. Thank goodness. He's got a lead.
Here
That's good.
is what I propose. I believe the key to be located in a particular
We all
ruin.
No.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my tape recorder.
It may well be challenging for me to describe this.
Hmm.
Are you familiar with the dichotomy of the planes? The Great Wheel, the Crystal Spheres, any of the theories?
I've seen like 4 Marvel movies.
Roll Arcana. That doesn't count.
Oh, I might have been.
I've seen 2 Marvel movies.
Multiverse is a word you put in things so that people give you money.
Yeah.
Like
And
a
the
metaverse.
And so you can kill anybody.
Yeah,
Do
no, that's fine.
anything.
22.
I don't think my Arcana.
22.
Oh, not as good
I
as
have a
you.
5.
19.
All right, 19. So with a 19 and a 22, Mina Moreland and Trish, you both are aware of the basic concept of the planes. You know that the elementals that you summon or that people summon come from somewhere. You know, alternate worlds that are vast and dissimilar to our own. Hell itself is one of them. So
Oh.
you are familiar with the basic concepts. Triss, with a 22, you know that traveling between the planes is often difficult and hazardous, and that the denizens thereof are often, even the friendly ones, are often quite strange in their thinking. Like, for example, you cannot imagine a worse time than talking to a Modron. Not ill-tempered at all, just very, very logical and very rigid in their thinking. So basically, to travel about the plains is to be in a somewhat dangerous spot and a place where your understanding of things like magic and history would not necessarily be reliable.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of good readers in Athkatla if we ever make it there. I could pick y'all up some. A Tale of Two Friends. It's all about the plains and what happens out
Is there one with like pictures and stuff?
Well, yeah, this is how to teach kids to read. There are lots of pictures.
Oh, nice. Have we seen any like weird extraplanar creatures like in this like in the tavern coming and going?
Well, I mean, technically you are.
Yeah, other than the one inside of you?
Everybody here is a
We
weird
don't-
extraplanar creature.
We both stare you down. It's like,
But yes, you've seen you've seen monsters and craziness, and it's the most cosmopolitan tavern you've probably ever been to.
like, You mean like Sparky over here? Just like a fire elemental I've been hanging out with. Oh, what's up?
There's a Modron, a Quadrone, just a
Yeah.
four-armed cube man, just downing shots with methodical precision.
Damn.
It's like imbibing. That's the
Intoxicated.
All that to say,
stuff. So yeah.
Morton Caden believes that his Silver Key of Portals has found its way to a curious extraplanar dungeon called Moray Castle. This castle was once a physical location on my world, the plane of Oerth, I suppose it is known. This was a dungeon that I explored in my youth with my companions. It is a curious place. It is an ancient family of mages lived there. A very long story. To cut it short, it's filled with magical experiments. And it is also a headquarters for an organization called the Seekers. They are interested in esoteric magics, things forgotten by the rest of the world. Obscure lores and items of power they deal in. The Silver Key fell into the hands of a seeker, an old rival of mine by the name of Eli Tormerast.
Tormerast, you say? Eli.
My proposal is as follows. I will provide a means of entrance to Moray Castle. I will not risk the delve myself. But if you are able to recover the Silver Key of Portals and return it to me, I am quite happy to allow you to use it in whatever way you see fit in the meantime. Whatever doors you need open, I believe sincerely that the key will work.
Great. Sounds like fun.
I do, however, have some conditions. The key is a powerful item, and moreover, one with the potential to cause significant disruption if it is misused. I will require your oath in a magically binding sense. That as far as you know, what you intend to use the key for will not cause undue havoc on the world at large. And that you will return it to me promptly upon accomplishing what you need it for.
Oh, sounds good. I mean, but what? Pop off to the shop, go get the key, come back, we're done. It's easy peasy.
Bing bong bing.
Bing bong bing. Who's for Denny's?
10-minute adventure.
Yeah,
In and out.
At least.
I'm
in
sure.
an
It'll
hour.
probably be fine.
with one of Morton Caden's foes. Not a problem.
This is a standing offer. Like, do we have to go right now?
Well, I suppose not, but I certainly would love to retain the key.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, Morty. I do. But, you know, just... I want to hear what these two have to say.
I have no idea what this box that we want this key holds. I know there are 6 keys. I know whoever gave it to us trusts us. And I know that we are to keep it away from a different wizard.
Have you considered the possibility that it was entrusted to you for safekeeping and not to be opened?
Yes, although there is some evidence contrary. We were given one key very recently, the first of the 6 that we need, by the progenitor of said box who entrusted us. So it seems as though he wants us to find the keys and open it.
Very well. That does seem reasonable. It stands to reason he would not have provided a means for it to be opened if he did not intend for it to be opened. Very well, that does help to assuage some of my concerns. I simply ask that you be prudent. Much damage has been done by the overzealous meddling of the magical.
Yeah, we've heard that too. That's why I don't do magic. No offense.
None taken.
Yeah.
If indeed this is a task that you wish to take up, and you are willing to submit to Gyasa, then I am happy to make your way.
That's a very intriguing proposal. And I'm the type of guy who likes to sleep on decisions. How should we get a hold of you?
Very well. I believe the bartender has the means to contact me.
Outstanding.
Right. Well, your caution is understandable. Please be in contact with me if you believe we can be of assistance to one another. And left to his own devices, he leaves.
I'm just glad I didn't fangirl out.
Didn't fangirl. Yeah.
Who the hell was that guy?
I'm a big fan of your disjunction.
Yeah. Your spells are amazing.
I know.
That is a great spell.
Pompous ass.
He wasn't that bad.
No, he was fine. No, he was actually, of all the wizards I've met, he's like the third.
Yes.
It's not really accurate.
It's close.
So he is one.
He is one of
He
them.
is a
Yeah.
wizard.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Mito?
What are other options here? We go.
I just think that it sounds not as simple. It's not as simple as it sounds.
Well, here's the deal. I think
so
maybe
the second we get into that dungeon, it's just going to be
Oh,
all hell's gonna break loose. Literally.
absolutely.
Point to Red Cane. I was like, come at me, bro. You know
I
what?
guess
I like
it's-
you. You're the strong side.
I guess as intriguing as it is as well, is to get this key and open the... I don't know. We just don't know much about why we're opening it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we
Because he
go.
makes a good point if we're supposed to or not.
Maybe
but
we
I do
go to
remember
Jan's
Jan-
lab first.
And the Underdark.
Yeah. Maybe there's more information about what is in this box.
I guess that was my thought.
Before
is
we
that
just go
don't have a
opening
lot of
strange
information.
boxes. Historically, that's not a good idea.
Are you speaking
I'm
mythically?
just saying
or-
there's precedent
There's
for it
precedent.
turning out
I'm just
badly.
Oh, the good old Pandora.
Yeah. You've heard the legend from Theros.
Might I make, what sort of check would it be?
I just don't know the timeline he has, and obviously he wants it prompt, but I just feel like we
Well,
need a little
if
bit
it
more.
had to be done in a week, he probably would have mentioned it.
That's kind of what I thought too. So
Well, I think it's sort of a standing invitation, like go, wreck this castle's face. And
the other thing is
bring
too
the
is if
marquee.
the longer we wait, the circumstances may change.
Well, yeah. They don't
Just
know who's
saying.
after him. I don't know.
Like it might be in a different place when we come back to him. I don't know. Not that that changes our willingness, but
What would I want to roll to attempt to know anything about the Seekers, Moray Castle, or...
Eli Tormarast.
History is the most relevant sort of skill.
ooh,
I
what
will
about those books we got?
use Tides of Chaos.
Are any of those useful?
What?
Like
We
all
have
those
a- we have a
books,
set of
like
books.
a bunch of books that we got, didn't we?
Yeah,
We did
in
get
the
a bunch
portable
of
hole.
They're in the book. They're in the hole with the box and all of our
Yeah,
valuables.
you have to take time and actually use them in research. So you're talking a matter
Guess
of.
that's what I was probably going to do in the 2 days before Mordecai, but now it's too late.
Well, you didn't know what to ask until after you met Morton.
Now we have to go back to the books.
Let's hit the books.
Even with my Tides
no,
of
it's fine.
Chaos.
Kane's like, hit the books, okay.
History was 12.
We read his notebook.
History was 12, huh?
I mean,
You're
I guess
pretty
if I can,
sure.
I've heard
you
those names too, so I guess
Find
I'll,
you can certainly.
but
Yeah, with a 12, Triss, you're pretty sure you remember reading about the Seekers in some sense. You don't believe that they're an organization, that they're like a magical terrorist organization, but they are notoriously amoral when it comes to collecting the magical objects they want.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Essentially, they want weird magic. Anytime there's weird magic, there's a seeker usually sniffing around.
Oh, they'll love me then.
I guess I was a seeker.
Huh. Okay. Are there magical terrorist organizations?
Yes, there are.
Now that you said that, I was like, wait a
Now
second.
that I've said it out loud.
Yeah. Well, we'll put a pin on that.
There's some extraplanar organization
Probably.
is terrorists via magic and
Guerrilla
trying to
magic warfare.
get rid of divine magic or try to get rid of some sort of magic.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's any number of adventures you could have. Here, steal that idea. All right. Mino, you have anything to add there?
No, I only got a 13.
Okay.
For
Yeah,
those
that's
things.
just literally one more. Yeah, same. You believe you've read about an organization called the Seekers that collects weird magic.
Can we, I guess, separate roles for each thing? Like, what about the wizard? And,
Oh, I can. Yeah, that's fair. So you guys, Seekers,
wizard and
Eli Tormarest,
the
was the
castle,
third thing.
right?
and Moray Castle.
If we knew anything about that.
Yeah, Moray Castle is going to be tricky, but yeah, you can
That's
also
fair.
roll history on Eli Tormarest and Moray Castle.
All right.
Eli Castle. I might know a little thing about both. We'll see. History, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got nada?
17 on Eli.
Almost had
17 on Eli. There we go. Okay, so you have probably read about. You know what? Actually, this is probably more related to your bardic story collecting than it is
Okay.
anything you've read, like in the historical
Fair.
record.
Yeah.
You remember a song about the Seekers. I'll leave genre up to the professionals, and you want to hum the
That
bars, you
shit
go right ahead.
slaps.
But there's a part in the song where they list off a bunch of famous Seekers, and and that give them like a one-line title. There's Kalishnikov the Exploder,
Gotcha.
who will blow everything in his
So I
way.
remember Eli's title.
Eli, yes. The cunning man with the demon hands.
I can remember the traveling bards that would go to the Underdark every now and then. The underground Underdark bard scene.
Yeah.
I heard a secret.
You probably never heard of it.
You probably never heard of it. It's pretty underground.
It's pretty
if
deep.
You know what I mean?
Pretty deep
Heyo.
underground.
And they were singing a song about the Seekers. I forgot what the song was named, but they named Eli as one, and he was the demon, the cunning what?
The cunning man with the
Cunning
demon
man
hands.
with the demon hands.
That is so sick.
It was pretty cool.
Badass. Demon hands. What does that mean?
It was like melancholy metal too. It's great.
Oh, wow.
There. Update your fanfics accordingly.
Sick. Sick.
So he was a seeker, and apparently a
Is
demon at that. So
Or at least had
At least his
demon
hands
he
were.
just had demon hands.
Demon hands. Crazy.
Sounds like Cain may have dealt with a
No,
demon at
devil.
some point.
Devil. Devils and demons are different. We learned that last week.
It's a matter of some contention.
Right. And then I got a 19 on Moray.
With the 19, you got nothing on Moray Castle.
Fair enough. I rolled an 18, so I was.
Castle named Moray. It's all right.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I don't know much about that, but
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Lots of social rules there.
Yeah.
Lots of customs.
Moray.
lots of eels.
Awesome.
Also,
Customs
full of
and
eels.
Customs and eels.
Dungeon full
Up
of
to your
eels.
tits and eels.
And customs.
And customs.
Yeah, passports to get everywhere.
Here's your customary titty.
The worst. You have to declare all your possessions in every room. It's a pain in the ass.
A bureaucracy dungeon.
Oh god, that dungeon would be awful.
Oh.
All right, you must leave your
Nope,
souls.
I'm already writing it. Screw it all. We're doing the bureaucracy dungeon instead.
It's called capitalism. Hooray!
We already went through that chapter.
The trappings of capitalism. All
right.
right. Great.
Well, is there anything else you want to research while you're here at the inn?
I think tonight, if that was like in the morning or whatever.
Yeah, he said
day.
good evening, but it was 8 a.m., so you're,
More of a brunch.
maybe it's like evening Earth time, or he's just very, very drunk. It's possible.
Who
They're
knows?
from
I mean, it could
Oar.
be evening too. I don't care. It just was. I was going to use the rest of the night to maybe parse over the books that we have and see if I find anything useful.
Sweet.
Very good.
Either about Cain, because I think a lot of them, or some of them, or something was to do with maybe devils.
I don't remember what the
And
book. I
demons.
actually
There was
looking
one
through
that
my
was
notes.
written by a Yugoloth, which is not a demon or a devil. that's
that's
a
like-
different bad thing.
But that's like some Lolth stuff, right? Doesn't she get down with the Yugoloths?
It's not uncommon. The Yugoloths are sort of they're the neutral evil of the planar creatures, so they end up being hired as mercenaries by a lot of bad people. So yeah, Yugoloths dealing with anybody bad and
Double
reaching out,
check.
A bunch of
probably not.
subcategories of Yugoloths.
Oh right, so
There
I got
are.
rid of that.
We don't have time for it. There's a wiki.
So yeah, for
Look at
an
the
hour tonight, I'm gonna get a mild drink and break out all the books, and I'm gonna cast comprehend languages on myself and parse through some of the books.
Okay.
I can read a page per minute, and it lasts an hour, so I can get through 60 pages.
So you're kind of like skimming books to try and find if there's anything
Yeah,
cool and interesting.
yeah. See if I've come across.
All right, and this
Something.
is the library that we've taken from the
That's all.
Death Song's old lair, right?
It sounds right.
All right, so I know that there were several books there were shelves of books there. There are a few books that I named. Does anybody have those notes?
I looked through my notes and I did not write them down.
Well, I will see if I did. I hope I did.
I thought I wrote them down, but I can't.
I thought you were writing them down too.
I wrote down the one that I took.
Which one was that?
Dark Sun and the Capriciousness of Chaos
I
Magic.
remember that one.
Yes, the Dark Sun and the Capriciousness of Chaos Magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think
go
I,
back
but
to
I'm
it.
just gonna read that tonight.
Oh, that's just just some cat
Yeah,
movie
that's just
reading.
gonna be like my bedtime reading from now on.
Lucy Brown thing.
But that's the only one I wrote down.
I
Kaya
have-
says hi.
Oh, I have the potion. I wrote down the potions names.
Destroyed Lab.
but I don't
Dagger
know.
event. That's all the items. Olu.
The notebook names. I feel like part of me feels like there might have not been names. There could have been though. I don't know. We'll have to look at the footage.
Have to look at the footage.
There are.
Let's review the footage.
Ah, here we go.
Oh,
Yep.
You did find them?
The one that's I found the ones I was thinking of.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Let me write them down maybe now.
All right. So the ones that were named, in addition to the one that Triss has, are the Chronicles of Anthraxis. That is the one that was written by a Yugoloth. The Sacred Mysteries of Talona.
Sacred what?
The Sacred Mysteries of Talona. Talona.
That seems like an important name. I've heard it before.
That is a goddess of plague and disease.
Yeah.
Right?
Typically worshipped out of fear.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
And there was one called The Gateway to Apotheosis, which is written in an ancient dialect of Rashomay and details Telthor spirits.
And then yours was the dark sun setting. Right?
It is not, actually. It's a different dark sun.
Yeah, it is Dark Sun and the Capriciousness of Chaos Magic.
Probably the dark sun. You find out very quickly, Max, that the dark sun refers to a god called Sirik,
Oh,
who is, among his titles, is the dark sun.
okay.
Sirik is an imprisoned god. He's doing time for helping murder the goddess of magic.
Okay.
He is a megalomaniacal deity who was once mortal and who covets the power of the goddess of magic. And what you see, it becomes clear pretty quickly that the book you're reading is sort of an attempt by the faith of Sirik to explain magic through the capriciousness of their ruler's power. So essentially, he's a chaotic deity. So he believes that wild magic is the manifestation of raw, unbridled magical power. So it's basically theory and practice and how it relates to the worship of this particular god of madness and chaos.
All right.
Update your fanfics accordingly.
I feel like the two, I don't know, the Tolana and the Apotheosis seem kind of outdated now at this point. What about the Anthraxis one?
Anthraxis. Okay, so
I would say I parse over like 20 pages of each one.
cool. I'm going to ask a question real quick.
Neat.
Who's got the portable hole? Kane, what are you doing tonight?
If Mariana's around, I'm keeping a tight eye on the hole and all of our shit.
Oh, totally. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Because I still don't quite trust her. I'm not hanging out with these guys. I think I'm just like. I think I'm out of character. I'm spending time. I'm trying to remember things. Like, so I'm just sort of like meditating, I guess. Like I'm just sort of like.
Remember, Kane, remember.
I think I'm doing that like weird unconscious scribble thing
What is Kane
where I'm
doing
just like
in the
my hand
corner?
is going on
Automatic
paper.
writing?
Yeah, and like seeing if anything. If
That's
it's just
not the chamber
madness.
pot, Kane.
Interesting. Remind me that you're doing that
Yeah.
later. But for now,
Yeah, I'm not with him.
so
I'm not with him.
you are reading that book, and it's super weird. Like your comprehend languages is like working, but like you'll find yourself losing the thread in the middle of the sentence and everything turning to gibberish again.
Huh.
Like it almost
Like there's a
doesn't
magical
almost
thing
like
that
it doesn't
want to
want
be read.
it to work. It's very strange.
Huh.
But you are like, able to like read through carefully, and you are able to parse some things out. So Anthraxis is a Yugoloth lord, and his domain is plague and disease.
Oh, move this.
So, this, hey, it was his favorite topic. So this is written in a dialect you don't recognize.
Yes.
It's not abyssal and it's not infernal, which is a distinction you understand while you have comprehend languages running.
right.
It appears to be some sort of other language, but judging from the syntax, it's a really, really harsh, mean language. And you find your brain like kind of trying to like not absorb what it reads.
Gotcha.
But you persist. And the
That's fine.
in addition to learning some very interesting theories about tiny, tiny animals that make us sick, you also discover that this Anthraxis person is just a real asshole and loves to describe in loving detail like the agonies that people suffer when going through diseases. However, since you are
Both would like this book.
putting in the effort, it's funny you should say that. There is you're kind of skimming through, looking at like chapter names and things like that. You do notice that one of the citations, yes, it's properly academically sourced.
Oh.
One of the footnotes references another work entitled The Passages of Merimydra.
Merimydra?
Yes. That is spelled a certain way,
I got it.
and I have to look it up because it eludes me every time. There it is.
Mary Mac.
M-A-E-R
Well, M-A-E-R.
R-I. Sorry, there's only one R. M-Y-D-R-A.
It's only a reference to it.
Very close to how
It
it's
is.
spelled.
If you check the full footnote,
Yep, I will.
it does list an author, Quethel Benar, and it was published fairly recently, actually, within the last 100 years. which for Elven works is quite recent.
Would it?
Still on the New York Times best-selling list.
Do I recognize that as like a book that's like?
You might do. Roll me religion. Religion is how you would have learned.
He's gonna find like
Nope.
a picture of his sister or his mom in there.
Nope.
No. Got nothing?
6.
No. You're pretty sure you've heard that name before, but you cannot for the life of you remember what the context was.
The Mary Mydra or the author?
Miramidra.
Well, both.
Kethel Manar.
Or Kethel Banar. Yeah, that's it.
Banar.
Yeah, you're also...
I'm curious what language I feel like it would have been written in.
it would have been
sense?
in...
Does that make sense?
that particular book.
That book, yeah.
It would have been written in High Drow. Not
So-
Undercommon, but
Okay.
the proper
Religious
aristocratic
text.
and
Yeah.
intellectual language of the Drow.
Part of me feels like maybe that was one of my languages I probably would have known, but I still haven't picked those out.
I certainly... Well, one of them is
Just-
going to be Drow.
Yes. And
You
Underdark.
just get
or
that
whatever.
like
Underdark.
on.
But High Drow, I feel like would be one just because part of me feels like Wolf uses it, and part of me feels
Oh,
like
yeah,
my
it's-
sister
it's-
knows it. So
it's
part of me feels
primary
like I would
use.
know it.
Its primary use is like the religious exaltation of Lolth and Drow magic.
Yeah. So just the household I grew up in, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you would have certainly, even if you don't
okay.
like speak it, you would have certainly picked up some phrases.
If
Sick.
left to, if we're all good for whatever the night or whatever, I'm gonna pick Pablo's brain about that book and see if he's heard of it.
All right.
Do you have a library in this place?
Not in this place. I'm very attached to my books. People are a little careless when they've been drinking.
Fair.
Pablo has heard of it.
Have you read it?
He hasn't.
You know where one might find it?
Well, from the Underdark would be the most obvious answer.
Yes. I look in the mirror.
Any book vendors? Yeah, if you were to find a proper Drow city.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
All right.
Perhaps in the course of your investigation, if you decide to investigate Jan's old lab.
Yes. Yes. Right. Where are you guys?
Upstairs.
It's rather late at this point. I'm assuming I'm asleep. Are we all sharing a room, or are we separate rooms?
You all
Or
have
is it
separate
like a
rooms, I
suite
believe.
where we have like a little living space? And
Yeah, you guys have a suite.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were probably out in the main room. I'm off in my bed.
Yeah, I was downstairs, like at the bar, like reading, parsing through the books before
okay.
bed.
I was probably just drinking wine in our room, reading about this guy, Cyric and Chaos Magic.
I'd be keeping tabs on you guys during the day, but like if it's late at night, I probably go to bed. I'd be like, well, to read the books. Fine.
After all that's said and done, what time is it?
We'll say by this point you've been poring over volumes for an hour. We'll say it's probably about 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. So it's not like terribly late. Yeah.
Kane, call high or low.
Hi.
Cool. You sort of leaf through the random twitches that you've managed to write on this paper. None of it looks very intelligible. Some of it does look. One of the things you notice, though, is it does look like you have some sort of shorthand. You look at part of it, and it looks like you were like you couldn't remember exactly what was going through your head at the time, but it looked like you were almost like drawing formations of things and like movements of troops would be your guess.
Like a battle map or something.
Yeah, you know, if you turn it sideways and squint a little bit, it looks a bit like a battle map.
Weird.
So I'll go look for these guys. Who do I find first?
Let's see. If you're at the bar, you probably find Kane first.
Kate, what are you doing scribbling
Huh?
like
What?
that?
No, just doodling.
You're not very good.
Yeah, no, I'm terrible.
Anyways,
Just thinking about that.
I think
That
we need to
man.
go to the Underdog.
Yeah, we need to find out more about Jan Jansen's box.
Exactly. At his lab.
Yeah,
Right, where's Tris?
lab.
I'll find him myself. Go back to your doodles.
Lab.
I'm gonna write my journal about this. Today,
Where do I find
we are
Tris?
rolling.
Wine in the room?
Up in the suite? Yep. Just sipping and reading.
All right, Tris. Kane's on already. We gotta go to the Underdock and check out Jan's lab.
Like right now?
No, not right now. We'll sleep and
Oh.
have good food and whatnot. But then I think first thing in the morning we need to go.
Well, all right then.
Perfect. Good night.
Night, John boy.
Cheers. Good night.
No, I go in my room and close the door.
All right.
Something weird was going on with Nino. He told me I was a terrible thrower.
I mean,
What do you think?
Yeah.
Will you put it on the
I'm really
fridge?
good. Put it on the fridge. Come on.
Well, maybe Pablo will put it on the fridge.
Pablo, I drew this for you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to put it on the fridge in the kitchen. And he walks back out of sight.
How do you get the ice weasels in there?
What?
What? I'm not there.
Pablo has no idea what you mean.
In your fridge. That's how you keep things cold.
No, I get it. I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Thank you.
Folks at home do. Pablo doesn't.
I was like, I have no
Can I roll?
context.
Can I roll on the reference
Guess
for
it had to be there.
Mary Madra? Can I roll on that reference? What that is? Or did I already?
Yeah,
I
I had
did
to roll
already?
that for.
Yeah, that was religion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we have the books. We only have the 4 books, right?
Well, you had a
I
bunch
have
more
the-
books, but those are
I
the
have
books
the
that
3
you guys studied.
Yeah, I have the 3 plague books that I studied written down, and then that name, Passages of Mary Madra.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if we're going adventuring, then I'm just gonna like finish this glass of wine and whatever chapter I'm on, and get a good night's sleep.
All right.
I'm
like-
pacing most of the night.
You're sure that the author has an agenda, but like not all of this is just propaganda. You are finding some genuine insight into the
Yeah.
functioning of wild magic.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I was just looking to finish
Hit
it
or
at some
miss
point
with
over the
propaganda.
course of like
Yeah,
the
it's a-
adventure to learn more.
But yeah, read the next little bit about it.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe you'll need to know what Sirik is someday.
Hooray.
The imprisoned god of chaos magic for killing the magic lady.
There's some accuracy to that statement.
I was
That's
looking over your
something
shoulder
that's
for like a
inaccurate.
few minutes, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I comprehended about none of it. So
Cool.
Smartest member of the party. ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
ladies and gentlemen.
when I pay attention, yeah, when it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Did you know that corn is also called maize? Just endless repertoire of completely useless trivia.
Yeah.
Do we hear Mino pacing all night?
Yeah, I'm not sleeping in the full 8 hours. I'm going to utilize the 4 hours of meditation.
Gonna do the
for my-
4-hour
yes.
elf trance thing. Okay, fair enough.
So,
Yeah. he
in that
seems-
case, I'm going to try to meditate while trancing about the passages of Mary Madra. But yeah, a lot of it that I'm up, I'm pacing in my room.
Yeah, he sounds like he's pretty active. Pretty sure elves sleep less than people do, but
Okay.
Yeah. Certainly more active than our previous 2 weeks have been.
Yeah.
he was never this animated in Mir, but you know, it was Mir.
Sure.
I was also sick half the time.
Okay. Good to know.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Well then, the next morning comes. What would you guys like to do?
Knocking on doors. All right, off we go. Are you guys ready?
I have never seen him so excited.
Yeah. Are you all right?
Yeah, I just really want to know more about Jan Jansen's lab and what's
Uh,
there.
I would like to make an insight check
Roll it.
Is this deception?
to assess
Is
the
this like a-
veracity of this.
Well, let's see what Chris
comment.
rolls.
Wow.
Do we-
I got a 19.
That's pretty
19.
good.
Oh, I got rolled the same thing twice. Terrible.
Both are terrible.
Both terrible. I got an 11.
Okay.
So
No, Minamorton's totally on the level.
he's just really excited to go. I don't just get on the bus.
Precisely. Get on the
Can you
bus.
roll
Whatever that
me
is.
another check.
Sure.
I'm gonna, because you're gonna get a piece of information.
No, you're cool.
And the next one is gonna determine some context.
15.
15. Okay.
Great.
I'm gonna say something that is gonna sound silly, but it's the impression you get. Mino Morlin is lying.
Okay.
Mino Morlin doesn't know that he's lying.
Okay. Okay. Well, who's for the underdog?
Who's for the underdog? Let's go. We can eat first. We don't have to go right away, but yeah,
Okay.
we can get some nice food before the travel.
Grand Slam!
Grand Slam!
Okay.
Tiapalas all around.
No.
It's not a good
Wasted.
start of the day drink, my friend.
I disagree.
Wasted on the way to the Underdark. Do we know how we're getting to the Underdark?
Nope.
Nobody's
I'll
thought
know.
about it at all.
How do we get to the Underdog?
We got a key. What are you talking about?
That key doesn't bring us in.
Well, let me blow the dust off this old note here from Jan. No, that wasn't it. That one blew up.
No.
Maybe Mordecai can help us.
Sounds like Jan.
That one fell into the swamp. That one burned down, fell over, and then sank into the swamp.
That happens.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
Jan's lab, Underdog.
I'm just imagining the
Yes,
compound.
it's
From the
outside
first
of.
campaign. That one fell over. He fell into the swamp.
I can't get you directly there. Teleportation and divination is a little weird in the Underdark.
Yes.
But I do know
Like
where there's a
Underworld.
stable portal anchor. It should do. Here. Puts 3 glasses on the counter. Drops a marble into each of them. And fills them each up about halfway with some form of liquor.
Sick.
Down this and make sure you drink the marble.
Got it? Got
Drink.
it, everybody?
A marble.
Dude.
Yeah, don't breathe, just swallow it.
Well, that's more doable.
It's like
you
a
can't
pill.
drink a marble. It's made of glass.
It's like a pill. Haven't you ever taken pills before?
Yeah,
Like
but
ecstasy?
you don't drink it. I'm just saying. It's semantics. They're important.
Yep, it goes down fine.
After breakfast? Cheers.
Yeah.
There we go. When you go out the front door, it'll bring you as close as I can.
Well, thank you. Consummate host.
Oh, no trouble. Thank you for patronizing the Rose Thorn. Happy to see you.
My pleasure.
We'll be back. 5-star review for you.
Sure, hope so.
Where's the magical Yelp?
And and I'll say, is
I
Mariana there?
actually had myself delisted at great expense.
That's probably a good
You
idea.
just give too many people blackmail material.
That's
over.
probably way better idea.
It's called Zelp.
Thank you for your hospitality. And you too, Mariana. You helped us out dearly.
Hey.
Until next
That's
time.
very true.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Have you
She's
checked?
a good person to call in a pinch.
Have you checked the contents of the portable hole before we leave?
Yeah, I'll do a full inventory of everything before we.
It appears to be unmessed with.
Yeah, I figured.
Just making
I feel
sure.
like
I
this
know
is like
you're a
neutral.
little. I know you're a little wily about.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel like this is neutral territory. So if she tried anything like Pablo Boxerias or something, you know.
Off camera and between sessions, we should divide up that loot and all that cash money that we got.
Yeah, we
'cause
can
I
do
know we
that.
got
I'm
Oh,
gonna-
absolutely, yeah.
just not now. I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, there's some things that like we would have to offload. So,
We'll assume that you had the ability to do that.
all right, great.
Oh, word. Okay, cool.
And I think well, did I already have that attuned? The ring of mind shielding.
Oh yeah, we got those
At some
items.
point, I would have probably attuned.
Yeah,
that during
that's
this
you have
totally
the
fine.
staff of the-
Like you guys spend a few days at the
fucking
tavern,
staff.
you
because
can
there's a few
totally.
things that you have too, as far as
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I should probably know that before we go.
Yeah, we can do a recap at the beginning of the next episode.
cool.
Very
We'll do
good.
that while we're having a break.
All right then.
Mondays too. All right.
But yeah, retroactively, I guess.
So, yeah,
like,
we're gonna
attune to
go-
things that we had.
Out the door. With our key, or
That's
did
what he
Pablo?
said. No,
do
I think we just walk out the
something? Just walk out the door.
Yeah.
Just walk out the door. All right.
All right.
So normally when you go to the Rosethorn, you are deposited right back where you entered from.
Oh,
However,
we drink a marble.
you
Thank
drank the
God.
marble. So you do not go back to Mir. That terrible,
worried there for a minute.
terrible
I was
town is a distant memory. Forget Mir. We're going to new horrible places now.
Yes.
Yeah.
My horrible place.
Aw.
So, when you walk out the door,
The devil you know.
it looks for all the world that you are just walking straight out like the front door is in some underground tunnel.
Oh yeah, this looks right.
Tony, part of you that didn't realize you were uncomfortable has suddenly been mollified. It's like, you didn't even know there was an annoying sound in your ear until it stopped, and now it's just so quiet and nice.
It's like when your ear finally pops after like a few days, and then it's like suddenly it's like, oh my god, I can hear it.
It's crazy.
So, dark vision.
Human.
Kane, you can't see shit.
We ain't found shit.
Welcome to the Underdark.
What? Where are you?
Who said that?
Presentation. I'm over here.
Mino Molan!
Yes.
Why
I
do you
can't
sound
be
like
my eyes!
I just grazed them.
Oh my eyes.
I don't have any sort of light cantrip.
I do.
I have torches.
Oh.
Do you want a torch or do you want dancing lights? Oh, that's up for a minute. Never mind. Get your torch out.
I can make the lights trippy for a minute, but if you want light
I just
for
have to be
longer
doing
than
this every 60 seconds, and I really don't.
I feel
want
like
to do
this
that.
is like you dancing lights is just something that Drow do to take psychedelics and zone out for a while.
For at a minute at a time?
Yeah, they just
Minute at a
rave
time.
over here and there's- Minute rave.
microdosing, bro.
Someone drop a sweet bass.
I don't know how that works.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah, so
forward to
there's,
this underground, underdark, rave, bard scene.
Zero light, except for my torch. Great. This is fine.
And guess what? I don't have disadvantage anymore.
Aw.
Excellent.
Yay.
Finally. I
I mean,
feel
that
right
bard is
at
going to
home.
be useful. This is amazing.
Based on that check, though, I would like to kind of keep a scrutinous eye on.
That makes sense.
Especially with Death Song and the dream about the skull inside, and then confronting him and him being like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Based on this fever dream and weird impression I have,
Yeah,
There's something going on with you.
exactly.
Finger guns.
all right. So you guys are.
Do I have any idea? I mean, I know it's the Underdark and I don't know everywhere, but do I have any idea of where I am?
You're certainly in a cave.
Where-
So the cave that you're in particular, is fairly cramped, probably 7-8 feet wide at the widest, and there is a constant flow of water downhill. So basically, you come out on one side of the cave wall. It slopes upward and it slopes downward, and those are the only directions you can see to go at this point.
I think we want to go down.
Well, down we go.
Down
We
it
can
is.
slide if we want. Might be fun.
Along with my enthusiasm for being here.
Alrighty.
Hey, is it better than Mia?
Can I use magic?
Yes.
It is better than Mir.
I guess so.
As long as it's not teleporting. If anybody uses a teleportation effect, let me know.
Oh man, why does this always happen?
Glad I didn't take, what's it called?
Yeah.
Dimension door.
That's what I took.
Is that a thing here? How do you know this?
Dimension door is short range enough that it's probably fine.
We'll see.
We'll see. Probably. Probably.
Careful. Watch for spiders.
What?
Splish, splash, doo doo. All right, so
There's spiders down here.
would you roll me some survivalage
Probably me.
kind of stuff?
Because I'm down.
I actually have survival.
Oh, okay. I don't, but
You could help.
Do you want to help
Kane.
me? Be like, hey, yeah, typically it all goes downhill, so
yeah, I'll help Kane.
I'll take it. 19.
19. Very good. All right, so you check your knowledge of caves with Mino Moreland's lived in a neighborhood like this once. and
I grew up right around the corner.
you guys are managed to traverse the cave. There are parts of it that are very challenging. Some parts, like the cave ceiling, comes down, and you've got to like almost crawl on your belly to shimmy through. But you are confident that the passage widens out at the end. You can tell by the acoustics of the water. So,
Stroke my zither too every now and then.
just keep
What
down.
are you doing?
It's because I can hear. It's kind of like bats. You know, they have sonar. I can kind of hear.
Trace, how do
the
you feel about
passage.
crawling on your belly?
I was actually, as soon as we got down here, I wanted to cast Mage Armor on myself.
That's
I was just
probably a good
rolling for
rolling
the
wild
Wild
surge.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
How do
Fireball,
I feel about
explosion.
crawling through water and caves? That's fucking terrible. I hate this.
It's better than me.
Yeah, sure, great.
That's our group motto.
And I regret. and I
is
regret
now.
saying it feels like every chapter I say that, like, oh, it's better than Icewind Dale, and then it's like, oh
And
shit.
it just keeps going downhill.
Yeah.
May rest
Literally.
assured, there's no bottom to how bad this gets.
Oh, good.
we are literally lower than we got in Mir, so we are.
Can't
lower.
wait till chapter 8 or wherever.
You
it
actually could
is.
have gotten to the Underdark from here. Not this part of the Underdark, but a different.
From the Death Song.
Yeah, from that giant ass hole in the
Yeah.
ground.
Oh, that's fair.
So where are you from? Like,
Yeah, tell us about your family. Are we gonna eat dinner with your parents?
a
I'm
big
from that
city?
way.
Like, okay. What should we know? Are we going to like a city? Where are we going? We're going to a lab.
I don't know where Jan's lab as far as where I grew up, but
I'm gonna
I don't
look-
know. It's a pretty decent sized city.
Alrighty.
Well, he said he was going to take us as close to the lab as
Yeah, I
he
think
could,
so.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
But we got to find it.
yeah,
still have to
it's
find
not
it.
gonna. Yeah, last time you
We're not-
guys got dropped off in Jan's
Yeah.
little
We're not just
cave.
gonna appear.
This part you can't quite get that close, but you should be in the neighborhood.
All right.
So, as you guys progress through the at times quite narrow and treacherous cave, you
no.
do not suffer any mishaps. Nobody gets washed out.
Oh, that's good.
You
Yard sale.
get. You are starting to hear the sounds of the water intensifying,
Oh, wait, hold on. I think that's a waterfall.
and
Sharp rocks at the bottom.
Bring it on.
it does sound rather fallish. So you guys come out under completely controlled circumstances into what looks like a little, almost like a ledge. The tunnel that this water has carved spills out into a much, much larger cave. Within, you can see what looks like a dilapidated city of some sort. The water sort of falls out of this tunnel that you're in and straight down into what looks like a large underground lake.
Oh, that's probably fine.
No sign of life that I.
Roll perception without disadvantage.
Yes.
Is it further than 60 feet?
Yes.
Then I can't see what's down there.
Tony can.
17.
All right. 17. So first of all,
dilapidated. So if
it's about
abandoned or
yeah, it's about. So first of all, I'll describe the fact that it's about an 80-foot drop from where this cave mouth lets out into the lake below. Survivable, but probably gonna leave a mark.
Oh, 40 feet. Never mind.
Secondly, this does look like a drow city to you. The construction is sort of divided between very, very functional and rough, and what would have been in its prime very elegant and sort of awe-inspiring. Drow like their structures to creep people out. You are pretty sure you can make out what is clearly meant to be a Temple of Lolth at some point. It is largely run down and dilapidated. You do, however, notice that there are some actual fires lit on one end of the cavern. So presumably something out there is alive and needs fire to see.
But it's not a thriving. Yeah, it's not a city.
It doesn't
or
look
town
like a
that people
settlement.
are
No.
around there.
It looks like there's probably an
Used to be,
encampment.
but not anymore.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also,
Yep.
make me a bardic knowledge check.
What flavor?
That's fair. Just
Like
roll me
wisdom
roll me
or
another
charisma?
history. Roll me another history.
Just another history?
Yeah,
I missed. That's a dirty 20.
that's still a hit. So yeah, with a dirty 20, some of these areas of dilapidation look very deliberate, as though it was probably done by an invader.
Mm-hmm.
And judging from the size of the dilapidation and the general quality of things, it looked like whatever attacked the city was big. Like, giant sized. You're not sure where exactly you are, but it's probably been a ruined and uninhabitable city for some time.
Well, she used to once be a thriving city. Looks like there's maybe some people here just camping, or, making camp, resting for now. But
What? Where?
don't you see the fire?
Can I see that? Like, can I see a little?
You can see the
Like a
fact that
light?
there are fires. You can
there's some
distinguish
lights over there.
absolutely no details, but
Yeah,
you can
just
see
like,
that there
oh,
are
there's some-
Yeah,
fires
see, there's one over there.
on the other
some-
side of this massive cavern that the city
Yeah.
is built in.
Can I look around as how to get down relatively safely?
Roll perception again.
There's
Should I?
22.
Well, I can't see shit. So
Just
but
like right
can they
around
see
the
us?
rocks.
Like, can
and-
they see our torch? Should I put this out? What?
No, I don't think. I think we're all right.
All right.
If you can see their fire, they could probably see yours.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know. Maybe they're friendly.
probably.
Almost definitely.
Well, they need fire to
Well,
see.
we gotta
so
find
they're
the
not drow.
entrance. We gotta find the Jan's lab. So
Yes, they might be around here somewhere.
maybe the entrance is.
I mean, this is a ruined city, so he might have been here a long time ago and left it behind.
Yeah.
All right.
And maybe whatever killed or dilapidated this city was in search for it.
Maybe.
So you got what on your perception? 22. All right. You find it's tricky at first, but you find what looks like some short steel pegs hammered into the wall, sort of
Here's the way
heading
down.
downward. You are pretty sure that you could, if you were very cautious, climb down using these pegs. But you're not sure how old they are, and any misstep means you're plummeting 80 feet into the lake below.
Hopefully it's deep.
I mean,
One
Still
hopes.
hurt. I mean, like,
an 80-foot. Yeah, you think 80-foot waterfall
it'll
probably
hurt.
makes
I have
it
some
deep
rope
in
we can
cavern.
tie off and climb down.
How far away is the first peg? Could I reach it with my hand?
You could physically reach it with your hand, yes.
Let's tie it around there and give it a good yank and see if it comes out
All right.
before we stop. I mean, every
Listen,
single step is a problem, but
Yeah. I mean, I am prepared for this exact situation.
of course, not to volunteer you, Triss, but you do have a climb speed, and you're probably the least heavy of all of us. So
Certainly
in
the
theory,
most
you could go
sure-footed.
first and see if it's safe and be a little more dexterous as far as than us.
I'm sorry. Sure, pod.
Sure, pod.
Yeah, I mean,
One
can
of them
I?
keeps it.
But up to your discretion, of course.
I mean, I was gonna cast fly. I forgot that I had climb speed.
Oh,
Good
well,
but now I don't have to.
Triss is already down there.
Hey!
But now the climb speed makes sense. Could I test the route then if for like non-climb speed people?
Sure. Yeah, it's
And if I
doable.
fall, then I'll just cast fly on myself and.
It just count. I think mechanically it counts as like difficult terrain for us, like our movement.
No, but like a peg might slip.
Right.
kind
You'll
of
probably
thing.
take an athletics check or something. What
Yeah,
kind
it
of
will
check
take
do you
an
want?
athletics check. It is still slick, but it will not be very difficult for you, Triss.
Yeah, athletics or acrobatics.
Let's do athletics.
Okay.
You're physically digging your claws into a rock wall here.
8.
8. It's not great, but it's just about a couple of times you start to feel like you're slipping, but you do manage to,
A little scrabbly.
yeah, a little scrabbly, and you also grab onto the peg at that point, and it
Okay.
holds.
Okay.
So they're definitely a little bit rusty,
Yeah.
But
but
they main good.
they seem like, the ones you test are solid.
All right,
It held me when I slipped.
good enough for me.
I'm still gonna use a rope just in case.
Not a bad idea.
Feel free to grab the rope if you like.
Where we can tie the rope to.
One of the pegs.
Where does this path end?
Basically,
I have
right
other
down,
details when
Fair.
Yeah, basically right down at the edge of this lake.
But there's a way around, like.
Yeah,
okay.
it's narrow, and you're definitely
Sure.
going to get sprayed with the waterfall as you come down. And,
Sure.
But you are able to safely get down.
Cool. And then get to wherever the city is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're pretty sure you can chart a path into the
Cool.
into the dilapidation.
Cool. Athletics, you say?
Athletics.
Cannonball.
Is it just water below us, or is it like, is there a ledge?
There is a ledge that there has to be somewhere for Triss to be standing.
Ooh. I got a nat 20. Climbing down.
10.
Alrighty.
Come on, I got you.
So
Use the rope.
Triss gets down easy. Kane, just as easy as Triss. You'd almost think you had a climb speed by how quickly you brachiate down there. Yeah, so you're doing your abseil.
Yeah.
So it holds. Mino Moreland, you get 30-ish feet down
Okay.
when one of the pegs gives out on you. I will need a dexterity save.
Nine.
Oh, Jesus.
9 is not enough. Now, Kane did dangle a rope. You are falling, but I'm going to give you another reflex save to grab onto the rope.
Fair enough.
Dexterity save.
Much
Ugh.
appreciated.
Additions.
But the dice tell the stories they want to tell. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, you grab onto the rope.
Hold on.
So you got one hell of a rope burn, but you managed to like bring yourself to a stop it's a 50-foot rope. Is that right?
Yeah, 50 foot.
All right. So at the end of the 50-foot rope, so you slide down a good 20 feet.
I need some Bactine.
All right.
It burns so good though. Ouch.
Sorry, give me just 1 second here. I need to check something.
Great.
You've disturbed the monster in the lake.
Would I do a thing like that?
Never.
Oh, it's like the green dragon all over again.
Oh. You are lucky I'm blind.
You are blind.
We do have 11 temporary hit points.
Oh.
That's always you. That's
That's-
good to clarify.
Oh, nice.
That puts me at 69, baby.
That is
68.
I have one more hit.
I have 103.
Stop showing
I
off.
thought that was here. Sorry.
Doesn't even make sense.
Doesn't make sense. It's within the maximum that I could possibly have. It's very close. Like, I think I could have 96 total. But I have like 92. I've rolled pretty well.
I hear you. I mean, I have also rolled well.
Oh,
Alrighty,
how is
folks.
Kevin gonna get down this quick?
I forgot about Kevin. Is he with us?
Yeah, he's with us. I was thinking I left him at the
What, his wings? He can fly, can't he?
with the non-flying bird.
He can float down.
He's
That's
not here with it. We didn't bring him to the Underdark. He's staying at Pablo's. We're staying with
He's
him.
boarding at the Pablo stable. All right, that's fair enough.
Oh, I feel relief. We don't get along any better than we ever did, do we?
No, God, no.
Absolutely not.
But it's so interesting that the topic of conversation has organically steered itself to very large birds.
Oh
To
no!
flightless
So,
birds.
Tony, as
I
you're
mentioned there were birds down here too.
you're
We're in a fucking cave.
you are plainly expecting something to leap out of the lake and try to eat you like a fish, like a fishing lure. You are utterly unprepared when with there's suddenly a huge gust of wind as though huge wings are beating. You are blown along the rope a little bit and are forced to cling for dear life as an enormous black-winged creature comes swooping out of the darkness and attempts to grab at you with its talons. Tony, what is your armor class?
Not enough. What is it? +1, 3, and I think it's 16 right now.
16 right now. We should be very sure about that.
Yeah, we should.
If it were otherwise, would it be higher or lower?
What studded leather give me?
It gives you a
3 plus dex?
13 plus your dex.
Yeah, like
13 plus
dex.
my dex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine then, because I do have studded leather armor +1, I probably have put that on in
Yes.
the midst, so it would be a 17.
It would be a 17. Outstanding. So, the enormous talons of what looks like the largest crow you have ever seen just barely miss you as the creature flaps off in some unseen direction. Moving at an incredible speed,
That sounds
it is almost outside the range of your dark vision, but you can see it turning around. It
Do you see it?
regards you. You saw it as it passed through.
Yeah, because my dark vision's only 60 feet.
Yeah,
so-
Tristan's
great.
dark vision is 60, yours is 120.
Fair.
So it like swoops out of the sky like a feathery cruise missile, just misses Mino Moreland, flies outside the range
Sure.
of yours, Tris. You can see it turning around about 120 feet and getting ready to come towards you again. And you can see that instead of 2 beady black eyes, it's got a row of 3 eyes on each side of its head, and they are glowing a sickly looking red color.
I love these things.
And we're
I
going
love
to call it
these
there
things.
for the week, folks.
Oh, God.
Let's see how our beloved heroes get out of this predicament.
Hooray. The
Next
Underdark. Yay. Who
Welcome to
doesn't
the
love
Underdark,
Hey, at least we
bitch.
can see the crow and not see the death soul.
I guess so.
You have a different problem. A very large monster instead of a very small monster.
Hooray.